How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy. And if you're new here, my name is Troy, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. A man was arrested for having a stolen gun, even though he bought it legally. Face-to-face transfers are legal in some states, and even though that's so, some people prefer not to do so. The real reason is some people have purchased firearms in a face-to-face transfer, only to find out after the fact the firearm was stolen. And obviously once that's found out, they lose that gun, but also you're out of the money you spent for it. So that's why a lot of people still stick with licensed dealers. However, as one Tennessee man found out, that's not a guarantee of anything. The .40 cal Springfield is coming back stolen. The dispatcher radioed to Sergeant Joe Key with the Obion County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office. Stolen, that's what they said. 25-year-old Umon Moore asked in disbelief. Moore told the deputy the gun was his, and he had bought the used firearm legally at Scheels, which is a big box sporting goods store back in Minnesota. He didn't have the paperwork, and he couldn't immediately prove how he came in possession of the stolen handgun. So Sergeant Key took out the handcuffs and detained the man. Just a quick reminder before we get further on into the story. If you guys could do me a large favor by helping out the channel, by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications, it would be greatly appreciated. Now let me say everything turned out okay. Sergeant Key actually believed the young man when he said he lawfully purchased the gun, and he did some digging. He then had the young man call the store in question, which sent the paperwork proving it was a lawful gun sale. But here's the thing, Scheels hadn't just sold the gun, they sold it twice. The gun in question was bought and sold back to the store a month prior to this happening, then resold to Moore. Moore sued Scheels, arguing their failures led him to be humiliated. The judge, however, tossed the lawsuit. After all, it seems Scheels had absolutely no way to run the serial numbers to make sure the gun was stolen. And that sort of boggles some people's minds. Locally, gun shops run their new acquisitions past the police department, which looks for stolen goods. Obviously, a lot gets by. But if it means if you buy a gun from a pawn shop here, you're not getting a stolen gun. But for big box stores that buy and sell a lot of firearms, there should be a way for them to check, especially since technically it's against the law to receive stolen goods. If nothing else, a method of running those numbers would keep them from losing money by buying stolen guns from thieves. Thankfully, this didn't go as badly as it could for Moore, who clearly did nothing wrong in this matter. I mean, an individual with a stolen gun. Sergeant Key could have just slammed him on the hood of the car and taken him in, and have theoretically been justified to do so. Instead, Sergeant Key trusted his gut and found out that Moore was a victim here. I'm not a big one for laws or anything like that. I don't think we need one to preclude people from doing anything particular, but maybe we should at least provide an avenue for people like big stores to check and make sure that the firearm they're buying from someone isn't stolen. That's just a thought. The sergeant was a stand-up guy, wasn't he? Like the story said, that could have gone a totally different way. And let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Should there be a way for pawn shops and other stores to run these serial numbers to see if they're stolen, so something like this doesn't happen again? That the stores don't lose money, and the people that end up by buying these stolen firearms without their knowledge getting in trouble and possibly be thrown in jail. And as I mentioned in the video, please help the channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.